Richard, there's two questions that stand out for me before we finish up that I have to ask you about. And the first is, do you think because being an associate at a call center, being a rep at a call center in Costa Rica is a noble, good, well-respected profession, is there less call reluctance? Is there less hesitancy among folks in that culture, whether it's the culture of the country or the culture you've created in your call center? Is there less hesitancy for the reps to get on the phone and to do business on the phone? Because one of the things I find here is 20, 30-year executives, when I tell them, hey, listen, you got, an inquiry just came in, you need to see what it's like to talk to people on the front lines. I want you to call these 5 customers on the phone. The executives are like, you want me to do what? You want me to, like, there's tremendous call reluctance among people, even at the senior levels of a company, if they haven't had any interpersonal interaction, or if there hasn't been interpersonal interaction over the years. In all your experience at call centers, have you been able to create a culture where it's just normal to pick up the phone and, I can't wait to call people I don't know and start relationships with them? Have you been able to overcome that with your folks?
It really hasn't been that much of an issue here. The main issue I have is getting rid of their bad habits from the sports books, casinos, stocks, pharmacies, and sweepstakes.
Wow.
Those
Yeah.
are the ones that
I didn't
have
even think
trouble.
of that. So they were working in other places on the phone before they came to you, and they have those bad habits. I see.
Those are 5 accounts, Dave, that I do not do here. And those are some of the accounts where I can get some of these star salesmen that come here. Not saying it's ethical or not ethical. I choose just not to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. And so some people might have come from an environment or thought about that sort of environment because the money is great. But that's okay. There's many different ways you can earn money. That's their decision. So when they come to me, there's no reluctance to be on the phone. These are public speakers, as you say in Spanish, portavoz or locutor. These are people that are wonderful speakers. My thing is to eliminate the fear. It's a morbid anticipation of something that haven't happened yet. Learning a second language is 10 times harder doing this. And if I can properly prepare them, then it reduces any sort of fear. If I can answer any of their questions, and prior to making a single phone call, doing a 2-hour soft skills training class with me, once again, it takes them from a 10 to a 2. The rest is just practice. And as long as I can listen to some of their recordings and discuss with them certain soft skills in regards to pausing, in regards to tie down and pin down questions, confirmations, military alphabet, which I highly recommend for anybody. Why? Because half the people have served or know someone that's served. So that's another beautiful Me Too technique to be able to land the plane. And so these are every time I add something to them, their fear reduces and they get more self-reliant and self-confident. And then all of a sudden they're knocking on my door saying, hey, Richie, I got my 3rd one today. And I love that sort of stuff. I love walking the rows, Dave. I love knowing their names and stopping and listening to them pitch and giving them a thumbs up and telling them why they're artists of speech and why it's beautiful, because everyone is texting these days, which could be misinterpreted.
Yeah.
When
No,
if
you're
you
right.
not only speak with somebody, but use choice vocabulary and really, you could really express yourself better. And so I see it as being a lost art. That's why I'm so excited, and what drives me to do this is because I made a living off playing with speech.